Check, check. Well, happy holidays and welcome out to our winter concert. We're so excited to share the things with you that we've been working on over the past 5 weeks and a couple of days since we saw you last. Sitting in front of you this evening is the Highland Hills Middle School Jazz Band, and we've got 3 pieces worked up for you tonight. We had even more than that, but we decided we'd just stick with our holiday tunes tonight. Kids will also be playing on Thursday morning in the lobby for the student body, and then as they're coming in type thing, that's kind of become a tradition that the kids really enjoy doing. And then we have yet another concert that involves jazz band, choir, concert band, handbells, and we're doing that for the entire student body on Friday. So starting at 9:15 until 1 o'clock, we are going to be the entertainment in the building all day long. So while everybody else is, living it up and relaxing, we're gonna be working real hard on that last day of school. We're gonna go ahead and fire things up. Our first tune tonight is In King Shall Swing, and you're gonna see sections stand up, and they've got what we call solis. And it's kind of a little moment for each section. They're like little vignettes to kind of show off for just a moment. The very first concert that we did for you guys this year, we were focusing on improvisation and stuff like that, and just learning to play the style, since this was a lot of their very first times doing this ever. And then we get on to the next rotation, which is where it leaves us off now. And it's been all about learning to play just more complex music, where every person that you see in front of you tonight has an individual part. Where last concert, you may have had the whole saxophone section playing almost the exact same thing, and then maybe the trombones had a different part, and maybe the trumpets, and maybe you had like some 3 or 4 part stuff going on. We have often, 6, 7 part harmony type stuff going on, far more complex sounds. So we've really been just working on learning to hear more complex music. And then as we get into the next rotation, if you come check us out again, you'll hear their improvisation chops come much further along, and their ensemble skills will be in a very different place when you come and hear them, just like what you're going to experience tonight. Thanks for coming out. We're going to fire this up. How about Mr. Liam Flannery there on the drum set? Good stuff. Not an easy drum player. Slow things down here with a little White Christmas for you. How many of you guys have watched White Christmas, have actually seen it? If you haven't seen White Christmas, you need to go home and do yourselves a favor this holiday season. Check out White Christmas. It's good stuff. It's Bing Crosby. You can't go wrong with Bing Crosby, right? All right, we're going to close out our jazz band set with Good King Wenceslas. We have a king theme here this evening. And this is going to feature Connor Lockmiller on tenor saxophone and Evan Schillmiller on the trumpet. Enjoy Good King Wenceslas. All right, we have several transitions that we have to make in order to get the 7th graders out on the stage and everything. So feel free to visit amongst yourselves, merrymaking, all that good stuff, and we'll be right back with you.
Come back and get y'all. What? Are you gonna have him? Huh? Yeah.
She said that the jazz band had a limit on how many like players could be playing on the song, and then she might have to cut down on how many people play on each piece. So I don't think she'll be able to get rid of what because Clark's not singing, she's probably going to accept one or two players, and that's just but I'm jazz band. Okay. So it's just that fortunate that I got to watch this happens for
All right, before we get the seventh grade portion of our show going, there's a couple of people that I want to extend thanks to. I'm sure you noticed the fun festive lighting tonight. We've never had this before. It adds a whole lot to the room. So, Mr. Craig Day, Craig is one of our sixth grade band parents, and he's also a high school band parent. He came to me at the end of last concert and he said, hey, I do this for a living. How about we dress up the winter concert a little bit? I've got some uplighting. I said, cool, bring it in. Let's do this. So he called me up last night and said, I'm coming with the lights today. I'll get it all set up for you and everything. So this is thanks to Mr. Day. And then somebody that I consider a really special guest with us this evening, and he's going to be embarrassed that I'm even acknowledging him, but Mr. Danny Emmons from Pages Music is in attendance with us this evening. Danny, where you at? Wait, stand up, Danny. Danny is like the best friend of music education. This doesn't work without Danny Emmons. Danny Emmons shows up every single Friday. Rain, snow, wind, whatever the elements are, Danny is always here for us. If a kid's instrument is broken, he takes care of it right here on the spot unless it's so severe that it has to go into the shop. But you don't know this because your kids don't come home and tell you about it. He saves you hundreds of dollars in repair costs, I promise. And he also makes it so we can just have rehearsal instead of worry about broken instruments because, as Mr. Cooksey will tell you as well, there's nothing harder than you're getting ready to start class and one of your sweet children runs up to us and says, Mr. Shepherd, such and such is broken on my instrument, type stuff. And it's one of those things, we can't always fix it, don't have time to run it out to Pages, and Danny is always here for us. Like I said, he has served the music community for countless years and is just an absolute treasure. So it's an honor to have him here. We're going to go on. Miss Allen is going to kick off the seventh grade portion of our program. So Miss Allen is one of the other band directors here. Part of our dream team. So here we go. We're going to go on with the Christmas song, which this is one of my absolute favorite non-sacred holiday pieces, for that matter. Once again, you can't beat Bing Crosby or Nat Cole singing. This is a real challenge for this group. The harmonies in it are some of the most complex things that they have played so far in their musical career. So this is one of those that it really pushes them to play beautifully and listen very differently. We also get to add drum set into this as well, so that's kind of a new addition into the band as well from the standard percussion equipment back there. I hope you enjoy the Christmas song. So we're going from chestnuts roasting on an open fire to Chester. This is not a holiday piece at all. I usually try to pick a piece that kind of starts to get us ready for ISMO, which is like our big evaluation state testing, if you want to think about it that way. I don't like to think about it that way. But it's when we go to get judged. So really picking something that pushes the kids' technical capabilities at this time of year really sets them up well headed into second semester. So this is Chester. I don't have to stall, yes. Okay. Tiffany, your tune.
It's a main question though, not written by him.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to be. You can just leave that.
He's like
Crazy.
All right. Well, we're going to continue on with the next portion of our program before we bring the 8th grade band out. This is our percussion ensemble. They meet every day as a class, and we get to work on so many fun things together. And just like with the jazz band, it's one of those smaller classes, so it's so neat getting to know the kids' individual personalities, because when you've got 60, 70, 80 of them in a room, you kind of have to just keep business moving and everything, and it's, by the time they're 8th graders, I guess you eventually get to know all the kids and everything, but when there's 80 kids in a room, it's really hard to build those individual relationships, where it's so neat with these smaller classes, you'll really get to know your children well, and they're just such a fantastic group of kids, and it's one of the most fun hours of the day. It truly is. I love working with these guys. They have put together a piece that's called Holiday Favorites, and it is, what we used to call a medley, but I guess in modern day terminology, we call it a mashup, is what this would be nowadays. So anyways, Holiday Favorites. So just thinking through the calendar as far as things to come next, once we get back from winter break, about a month in, right at the very start of February, with this group, we take this group to Solon Ensemble Festival, which meets over at Floyd Central High School. We're the host school for it. And these guys, a month from now, will have a whole nother giant piece completely worked out, and it'll get evaluated and judged as well. So be checking your calendar, percussion ensemble parents. It is vital that every single one of these guys is here, because if you pull out a single player, it just doesn't work. It's one of those where every person has to be present to make it work, as you just heard by all the different things going on back there. So anyways, I just wanted to make sure that you're aware of that and the importance of it as well. It's a really neat day for these guys. All right, we're gonna go try to find the 8th grade band and drag them out on the stage, and we'll wrap this concert up for you.
Yeah.
Was the past couple of years of like every single
One of the Airbnb. I know she said that. I think for you.
yeah.
Which it said was actually straight because she probably be able to. But we're not going to talk about that.
So before we move on with the 8th grade portion tonight, I wanted to acknowledge a few students that they participated in all-region honor band. So if you were an all-region honor band member, would you please stand at this time if you're an all-region honor band member? So these are some of the top students in the program. They submit their names, and then there's a whole selection process that has gone through, and part of it is to create balanced numbers with all the schools in the region. The kids come together, they rehearse for really one full day, and then just a couple hours one morning, and then they put on a concert, and it's always spectacular. They bring in either a college level guest conductor or sometimes maybe a middle school director from the area that's just a really gifted teacher, such as Phil Thomas over there. Like I was going to let him hide. And then also, we had 3 students selected for Junior All-State Band this year. With those 3 students in the Junior All-State Band, please stand up at this time. So we had 17 students audition this year, which is awesome, and I hope we'll double that number next year. It's really hard to make it, obviously, because if you're getting, of your 17, 3, it's obviously a very competitive thing. It's done by an actual audition that takes place. You have to record it, you have to send it in, and the whole goal is to select the very best 7th through 9th grade musicians through the state of Indiana. They'll go up to Fort Wayne the second week of January, and they'll rehearse together for a couple of days, and they will put on one just jaw-dropping concert in just a couple of days, and it is the coolest experience. So when that rolls around again next year, encourage your kids to keep trying, even if they were one of those students that sent in an audition this year and they didn't make it. Hey, it's the process as well. Learning the process is as important. It's just icing on the cake when you make it. So anyways, I just wanted to acknowledge those students. We're super proud of them. All right, we're going to open our program here with Santa Meets Sousa. We all know who Santa is. Maybe we know who Sousa is. I know these people over here know who Sousa is. If they don't, we're going to revoke their music ed degrees. John Philip Sousa is one of our greatest American composers, late 1800s into the 1900s, ran the Marine Band. He is the one that essentially put the Marine Band on the map. They are now the president's own Marine Band today. They cover all the presidential details. Anytime you hear a great patriotic march, it was probably John Philip Sousa, just about, okay? And in this, you're going to hear Stars and Stripes quoted a good many a times, mashed up, there it is again, mashup, right, with several Christmas tunes. So I hope you enjoy Santa Meets Sousa. I get to stall. All right, here we go. We're trying to locate the wind chimes. We have found them. I hit them. While I'm stalling, I want to take a moment to congratulate Mr. Cooksey on a absolutely fantastic first semester of teaching here at Highland Hills Middle School and Floyd Central High School. Yes. Mr. Cooksey put together a really awesome team of teachers. You already know that you have awesome kids over there. And they made a really strong drive into state marching band finals this year in Class A. This is so hard to do in the state of Indiana. Floyd Central is punching way above its weight class in that. You're going up against schools that have 5,000, 4,000 students in it. We have 1,800. So when you're going toe-to-toe with those programs, and just being there is such an honor. So once again, congratulations, Mr. Cooksey. Keep up the great work. it was also brought to my attention that we have another celebrity in the house. Mr. Yankee, where are you? I love our band community. It's just so cool. That's so cool. Thanks for being here tonight, gentlemen. All right, we're going to close out the program with Deck the Halls with dazzling drummers. I know in the past you've gotten very accustomed to Mr. Thomas and Mr. Yankee closing out the program with their night before Christmas, and I thought, you know, these guys have taught for so many years. It would probably be really nice if they didn't have to be on the hook for a concert. If they could just come, sit, and enjoy something. Because I did toy with the idea of asking them to come back and do it. And I was like, you know, this year would be nice. They're both done. They should just be able to sit and enjoy a concert without having to be on stage. And so anyways, we're going to close it out at the hall. I won't talk again. Happy holidays. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you for sending us wonderful children to work with. It's a joy.
How's it going? Good, you? Good. Fabulous. Good seeing you, sir. Yeah. Good. Okay.
Lisa, I see your text message from her. Yeah, I had to get together. It did.
Yeah? Oh, brother was here. Yeah, I just saw the Walmart. Where was
Yeah, I'm for it. I'm talking about the 2 pounds of yogurt for $3.
Oh yeah, it's W.
It's Walmart brand, but I think the Walmart brand tastes better than Yoplait.
It is pretty good. So do you feel?
No, I can't just wildly consume seafood. Also, the Walmart brand is unnaturally sweet. It's so
I haven't had the Walmart bread. Is there any at your house?
There's none at my house right now because I did it.